Hello, my name is Demi. Welcome to Celestial Water. So we're going to hop right into it. This is going to be a spirit baby reading for you guys. And I kid you not, I obviously can't prove it and show you. But before I sat down to start this reading, there was a white feather that flew past my window. And the way it kind of flew past my window was like very, very like slow, kind of like serene. It was a white fluffy feather and it went past my window. So that's coming through for someone. So you guys could be seeing white feathers everywhere as being very, very significant in connecting with your spirit baby. That's coming through. Also, it could be a passed over loved one that always wanted to see you have children, and you guys could have been very sad about the fact that you haven't had children or haven't had another child come through. Maybe you were even pregnant or you conceived like right after they passed away. That's coming through for someone. Because I'm seeing someone at a funeral, it's like you're holding your bump, or maybe you just found out you were pregnant. You kind of still you're holding your womb, you're holding your stomach, and you're standing at the funeral. That's coming through for someone. They're watching over you. For some of you, it could even be the reincarnation of this soul. That's just for some of you. But you will know this. That won't sound foreign to you. You will know this. I feel like they want this one. This one, Spirit. I'm also being shown as well, you know, when kids jump out on an adult and they think it's hilarious and they scare the life out of you. That's coming through for someone. Some of you could already have a child and they could be older. They could be like even a teenager. Maybe this is just children within your family. But this is what is coming through. And it's like someone's woken up in the middle of the night and then the child has heard it. They're still up. They're like, ooh, this is my chance. This is my chance to give them a heart attack. It's like that kind of energy. And they're like run out and they like hide in the dark and they jump out. They're like, rah. That's coming through for someone. That kind of energy is coming through. That can also be what this spirit baby is coming through here for you guys will be doing when they're earthside. They can love doing pranks like that and clowning around. I'm hearing clowning around. That's coming through for someone. As I've said that, I've just seen it says clown on this poem here. So let me read it to you. It says, just keep swimming, just keep swimming. I'm likely to be a class clown. Running around, you'll never catch me sitting down. I'll be keeping you on your toes. Where I get my energy, nobody knows. Fire blazer, vision like a laser. Nothing gets past me, especially where you hide sweets. I'll sniff them out. Squirrel, spirit animal is significant here. Woodland creatures, natural features. I could be a model, but there's so much more to me. The prettier stereotype to be a bit ditzy. Can't put me in that box. I've got the charm, looks, intelligent, and a lot. It's like this very like jokery energy that is coming through with this spirit baby. They're gonna think it's hilarious when you jump out of your skin. That's coming through for someone. They think it's hilarious. You're there like, oh my god, I'm gonna wet myself, or I'm gonna have a heart attack, and they're just cracking up. But that's coming through. So they're gonna be a big pranker that is coming through. Some of you guys, your partner could be like this, so they're gonna be that twin. Because I'm hearing someone be like, oh, just like the dad. Like that kind of energy coming through. So it's going to be the twin of the partner, but they're going to be very, very jokey. They lighten the mood, and this is needed in this world, particularly right now where everything's going to shit and people are kind of like really very serious. People are struggling basically and people feel very, very lost. I'm seeing like grey people kind of walking around zombified, and then this spirit baby comes through and they kind of lift their head up. They're like, whoa, what the heck? It's like they add colour and they brighten up people's day. That's what's coming through. They also are obviously going to have a serious side. They know when to be serious, but they have a very powerful humour about them and they lighten up any room they enter. That's what's coming through is very significant. What else, Spirit? Some of you guys as well, obviously the women who be carrying the baby and growing the baby. I feel like during your pregnancy, that some of the symptoms, you could have a pregnancy where you're like, I'm really not enjoying this. That's coming through for someone. And you're like, I'm not enjoying this. I don't want to be pregnant anymore. I feel like it's just because you feel like you're big. Because I'm being shown a whale, so you just feel like you're big, and maybe you're not fitting into your clothes. You're like, I'm so over being pregnant. I don't want to do this. And maybe you always felt like that you would love being pregnant and love pregnancy. Maybe you had this experience in the past for those who already have children, but with this pregnancy is something about you guys being like, I don't want to be pregnant, like that kind of energy that's coming through. Obviously you want this baby that's coming through, but you're not enjoying being like big and not fitting into your clothes, or maybe not being able to wear the clothes that you want to wear. That's coming through for someone. And then this spirit baby is born and they're going to be such a joy, and you're going to be like looking back like, I had nothing to worry about, or why was I so concerned about being pregnant, or why was I so focused on I'm feeling like I'm big. But then it's very, very natural. Women go through all of these ups and downs and all of these thoughts when you are pregnant. So I do see that kind of energy coming through. It's kind of like, you know, like those intrusive thoughts. I feel like you will be having intrusive thoughts as a pregnancy symptom. But then this spirit baby is going to be coming through and they're going to be such a joy and they're going to lighten up your life. That's the energy that's coming through. We have here citrine gemstone. I love the colour orange. It has a beautiful beautiful glow, just like my aura. Dora the Explorer is cool. She's always on the move. Our family will be too. Spontaneous trips in camper vans. Others think we're mad living off the land, but it works for us and we've got some guts. Prepare for November, even though my due date may be in September. So November and September are coming through as conception or due dates for some of you guys. But again, I love how it says, I love the color orange. It has a beautiful glow, just like my aura. So this spirit baby, they're going to have a lot of like oranges and yellows and like golden energy within the auric field, because it's very, very powerful. It's like color. It's like bursts of color within themselves, within their personality, but also within their soul and their spirit. And it's like whenever they enter a room, I just seen them, they brighten up the room. It's like they are the sun, and wherever they walk around, they're carrying the sun with them. What else, spirit? You could nickname them Joy. Maybe you say to them all the time, like, you're such a joy. Like, that's what's coming through. We have here, I dreamt of this tree and a fluffy buzzy bee. My grandma told me that my wish would come to be. I'd always felt more connected to the other side, but the more I ground to earth, the more I come alive. I used to dream that I could fly. Fear of falling never crossed my mind. Illuminated you will be, my great ancestors said to me. Listen to the wind, follow the trees, they'll lead you to who you're meant to be. My spirit baby visited me. He said, Mummy, find your wings and then you'll be free. And soon enough, you'll be guiding me. My higher self connects the most when I flow like a river and gaze at the willow tree. I'm claiming my power, and oh yes, I mean to boast. There's something very significant about an ancestor. The whole time I was reading it, I know it says here, I dreamt of this tree at the beginning, but the whole time I was reading it, I was just being shown a tree, and it's like the tree of life. I was being shown the tree of life. So this is going to be an ancestor for many of you. They'll be reincarnated. It could be a grandma, because a grandma was mentioned on this card. But again, I was seeing somebody standing at a funeral and you were holding your womb. You were holding your stomachs. I feel like you just found out you conceived, or you're already pregnant and people are already aware. But that's what was coming through. And this ancestor wants you to know that they are around you. I do really feel like they will be sending you feathers, particularly white feathers. It was a white fluffy feather that kind of just slowly floated past my window. And we have, maybe that's happened for you guys, and that's what the sign is. This is that confirmation. We have Egyptian eye, supernatural disguise. Look out for the scarab beetle. The Mummy movie comes to mind that speaks of an ancient curse. Broken by one true love. Only God can write this stuff. Or those that can channel divine lines. I got mine. The script was delivered right on time. A significant role I will play to bring in a brand new day. Exactly that. This is what this spirit baby will be doing, bringing in a brand new day. They're very powerful. And even me sitting in their energy, I feel like I'm kind of like, because I'm looking in the camera, I'm like, why am I slouching? It's like sit up properly, like stand in your power, stand in your energy. I'm hearing stand in your soul, own your soul. It's like that kind of energy coming through from this spirit baby. They are going to be very, very powerful and like completely flipping the script when it comes to other people and other people's energy. It's like they can activate with their own energy. They can send like healing energy or healing cells. That's what I'm seeing. You know, the fetus in the womb, they send healing cells to the mother. It's like this spirit baby, when they're earth side, their energy, they can send healing cells to other people around them. And obviously they have this awareness, they have these spiritual boundaries, so they only do it to the people that need it. And it's like they're not giving their power away, they're not giving their energy away, they're sending energy and healing, because it's coming from up here. It's coming from the Most High God, and they're sending it out to who needs it. It's like they're sprinkling it on them. That's the energy coming through, but it won't drain them. They won't allow themselves to be drained. They have that intelligence to have those boundaries up. What else, spirit? This deck here. So what else does a collective need to hear when it comes to this spirit baby? We have here blessings and thanks, abundant universe. Look at that beautiful harvest. They're so powerful. This is who they are, and they have enough to share. Again, it's something about their energy. This is what they're doing. They send off parts of energy that's coming from the Most High God, but it's also coming from them. They're sending it to people who are grey, who are in the dark, who are zombified, who have basically given up on life, and they're giving them a new lease of life. And look at all of this colour. Like, this is the colour they hold within themselves, both within their personality and within their soul. I do feel like they're gonna love a very, very varied diet. So I don't feel like, you know, if you cook certain food, maybe you make, let's say it's like a shepherd's pie. You make a shepherd's pie and you eat some of it, and then there's enough the next day, like to be giving your child the next day for like lunch, something like that. They won't want it because they had it the day before. That kind of energy, like, here's something like, oh, for God's sake. Like, they're gonna want different meals every single day. That's what's coming through. They want a variety of different foods, and they love colour. They're gonna want colour on their plate. And you know, with toddlers, you can put them in those it looks like you would put them, you know, when they can do You know when they're going to do painting or something and you put those in that plastic stuff so they don't get paint everywhere? Is that, but you put it on them. It's like an apron. That's what it is. It's an apron that you put on them and then they can just go at it when it comes to their food. That's what I'm seeing some of you doing. You guys could also be seeing coins everywhere. And maybe you're even seeing eggs. Maybe you're seeing images of eggs. Maybe you're dreaming of eggs. I think it's more that dreaming of eggs. And I feel like there'll be whole eggs. Or maybe they're like eggs that are hatching, like chicks that are hatching or birds that are hatching out of eggs, because that represents fertility. And this spirit baby will most certainly be letting you know that they're coming through. They'll most certainly be letting you know they're coming through. They're pointing to their pears. Some of you guys could make, so it's like pear jam. I'm seeing a pear jam, or maybe this was a grandparent who used to make pear jam. They could have made jams that weren't like the norm. They were different flavors, but you always loved them. They always tasted amazing. That's coming through for somebody. Maybe you'll be making this for your spirit baby. And then we also have yellow, joy and happiness. This is them. This is that spirit baby. They are a joy. And again, you could nickname them joy, but they have this color within the auric field. They're never going to run out of energy. I feel like maybe some of you guys are like a bit older, or maybe you're like more chill, more relaxed, and you don't like running around everywhere and rushing. And this spirit baby is going to be the opposite. They're like, I'm seeing Sonic. I'm being shown Sonic, but they're going to be on the move. They're going to be everywhere. I'm being shown this little boy. I've seen some of his reels on TikTok. I forget what his name is. It's a cute little mixed race boy. But the parents are always like, you need to listen to mummy, okay? And the baby's like, okay. But then he's saying okay. He's going, okay. And just runs off. Like, that kind of energy is what is coming through. You guys could also be seeing buzzy bees everywhere. This soul is very, very sacred, of a very high vibration, which is why they are this joy. They're this blissful energy. They're going to be heaven on earth. They're going to bring a bit of heaven to earth, a bit of the Most High God to earth. Obviously, every single human being has a spark of the Most High within them, but in some people it's harder to see because within themselves they've kind of repressed it. So in some humans it's harder to see. I always say with adults I find it harder to see God within adults unless there's someone who has been doing the work, so it shines right through. But in children, God is very, very easy to see, and in nature God is very, very easy to see. We have inner child, hear and know me. They want me to show you the bottom of the deck. It's inner child, so they're going to be very healing for your inner child. It's like them being born is going to wrap your inner child in wings. It doesn't necessarily mean that your inner child was abused. You could have been abused as a child for some of you. But for others of you, it could have just been that energy of feeling like maybe you didn't fit in. Or maybe there was kind of like a lingering energy from a past life. Or maybe you suffered with depression, just something like that. That's coming through. But this spirit baby being born, there's something about those moments that you experienced as a child that is going to be wrapping angel wings about you. Angel wings and feathers are significant. What else, spirit? Can I get one more card for the collective from this deck? Okay, we have two here. Healing, pause to receive. Yeah, they're going to be very... This is what they're doing with their energy. They're sending healing energy to other people around them. They could well be a healer. They could have the purpose of being a healer, but I'm just seeing this more so like everywhere they go. So they could be out like, let's say in a shopping centre. It's not going to be everywhere. It's going to be specific people that they know needs it. It's going to naturally happen, like the Most High God moving through them, but also from their soul. And this energy is going to be sent to this person. And I feel this person will even kind of look up. They'll look up, I'm hearing they'll look up from their slumber and they'll look at they won't be a child when they're doing this. They're going to be a bit older, but they're going to be looking over at them and make eye contact. And they're going to know and they're going to smile. That's what's coming through. They're very, very powerful, but this is coming from their soul and they're sending it to other people. And then I do feel like when they're like within your womb, because there was that energy coming through of you guys being kind of feeling like over being pregnant, like that energy was coming through. It does happen for some women. It is natural. Not every woman experiences her pregnancy and she's like glowing every day. But then you'll have those days where you'll feel very, very glowy. But there's an energy of you guys being like, okay, let's get the baby out of me. It's like that energy that is coming through. But they're going to sense it. So they're going to be sending this healing energy to you. So you're going to be the first one to experience this. And you're going to know they have this ability. And we have here beacon shine on, because I'm hearing someone say like, how do I protect my child? How do I teach them how to have boundaries? How do I protect them from giving this away? It's going to be something naturally built within them where they're not going to energy leak and just give it out to anyone. People aren't going to be able to be a succubus with this spirit baby, with this soul, just put at them. That's not going to happen. There's a supernatural intelligence. They're going to know who to send it to. That's what's coming through. But obviously you teach them about boundaries, obviously, when they're grown up. We have here is beacon shine on. Again, this is who they are. They're just coming through like, I'm a huge light. I am a child of God. I'm a child of the Most High. I have all of this energy, all this light about me. They're a powerhouse. They could have a lot of water, a lot of earth within their chart coming through specifically. A lot of water and a lot of earth within their chart. They are going to, it's like fixed, it's like a stubborn, fixed energy that is coming through. They know who they are and they know what they want. That's what it is. They're going to be very, very powerful when it comes to the throat chakra and standing and expressing their truth. So if you're someone who struggled with that, they're going to teach you with that. But just how they are, just by being who they are, they're going to teach you a lot. And they'll also teach you how to shine your light, because you have a lot of light and power about you, some of you, that you haven't activated. So this is what they're going to activate within you while they're in the womb. What else, Spirit? Some of them could actually have destinies to be like a hairdresser or a barber. That's coming through. I was being shown a barber. You know, the ones who record it and they put it online. They go viral for the amazing work they do on somebody's hair. That's what's coming through. So they could do that, and while they're doing that, they're sending all this healing energy. Some of them could also get into being like a masseuse. What's the one called with the cupping? Is that what it is? Cupping. I'm seeing that while they're putting the cupping, that kind of massage on someone's back. That's also coming through. What else, Spirit? What else do the collective need to hear when it comes to this one? We have cosmic ocean, current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. This is the effect they have on other people. Rebirth energy. That's who they are. And those of you that are women, you're going to go through this powerful rebirth and transition while this spirit baby is coming through, because this looks like the void and the in-between, which is also, I feel like, where this pregnancy with this child may be very, very intense, which is where those energies are coming up, because you know it's that spiritual awakening, that initiation. But it's like the whole pregnancy is that initiation, and then you have the labor and the birth, and that will also be a very, very powerful initiation for you. Some of you guys could choose to have a water birth, or you could go into labor while you're by a body of water, or maybe you're running a tap of, I'm seeing like a bath and you're running water. Maybe some of you want a home birth. I said bath again. So some of you guys could be giving birth in the bath. Maybe that's what you want. You want to do it at home, and you want to do it in your own environment, and you want to be in your bath. That's what's coming through. What else, Spirit? We have here the well maidens, kindness, respect, reverence, compassion. Some of you guys could be destined to have triplets, because they're pointing to the free women, the free. That's coming through for someone. Some of you guys could also, I'm hearing coven. Maybe you're part of a coven, like a spiritual group, and there's three of you, three women, and you're very, very close, like sisters, because I'm being shown the charmed ones. Maybe there's three of you as sisters, the charmed ones. You could nickname yourselves that, because you're all like very intuitive and very witchy. That's what's coming through. Some of you guys could live in Glastonbury, or maybe you've always wanted to visit Glastonbury. You may have, and you felt very connected to the land. That's also coming through for somebody. But I do feel like you're a seer. You're a high priestess. You're a seer. That's what's coming through. You guys could be seeing a lot of orbs around right before you conceive, or when this baby is growing in the womb. Like a lot of orbs around, a lot of light. Because where they're a powerhouse, they have very, very ascended masters as their spiritual court. So they're going to be coming around, preparing them to become an earthside. What else, Spirit? It's like they're popping in and they're checking the blueprint. They're checking the vessel and they're checking the blueprint. That's what's coming through. What else, Spirit? Can I get one more card? This one. This one here says, Enkul, healer, seer, priestess, soul, purpose. Yeah. So you guys are this priestess energy as well. So this is where you're about birthing this powerful soul. I heard of bow. I wanted to say like bowing. I was about to be saying bowing. So maybe it's like this spirit world, your ancestors who couldn't do what you're doing and maybe couldn't break the cycles that you are now able to break. It's like they're bowing. They're showing that gratitude, that respect. It's like a nod. You know, when people nod, when it comes to the third eye, that's what's coming through. They're giving you that nod, that respect and that reverence. You've done it. I'm hearing you have done it. You have done it. Which is why you are birthing this kind of soul. This isn't just any soul. They're very, very ascended. They're very, very powerful, and they're very tapped in. This deck here, no. Can I get a few messages from this deck? I'm going to start closing out the reading. Thank you. We have Freya's phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. They see. You see, and the spirit baby is going to see. It's like, you know, where you can inherit certain things from your parents. So like with me, I used to suffer from eczema when I was younger, and then the doctors always said, you like, yeah, you inherited it. And it was on both sides. It was like a double whammy. But this isn't like something bad. It's like they inherited the seeing. They inherited the supernatural abilities that you've unlocked. Because when you do this work, you unlock things within your DNA that were lying latent before. So you've activated and unlocked things within your DNA, which means the vessel, which is why this spirit baby spiritual court will come in to check on the vessel and the blueprint of the vessel. They're checking that you've done the work to unlock that DNA, which means that they're going to have a higher level of consciousness. That this vessel that you're growing for them is going to be able to house their soul. Because again, it's a very enlightened soul, a lot of self-mastery, a lot of power. They see, and they see like you, and they're going to teach you a lot of things about this realm, about things that we've been told happened or are true that weren't actually true, that were a hoax. That's what I'm hearing. They're going to point out hoaxes and illusions. What else, Spirit? You could also be seeing crows everywhere. We have here El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. This is that natural protection this spirit baby has. So again, you don't need to worry about them not knowing how to put boundaries up and honouring up. More so the energetic boundaries. That's what it is. Because they're going to have this naturally built in. They're going to know what to do, who to tap into. I said who to tap into. So certain ascended masters they're very, very connected to. Again, you see this jewel on the third eye and it's blue. So blue is connected to the throat chakra. It's connected to communication. It's connected to Archangel Michael. That's the kind of energy this soul holds. Archangel Michael, and it's a complete union of the divine feminine energy and the divine masculine energy. I am feeling obviously there's a collective reading, so both genders are going to be coming through and be housing this kind of soul. But I am feeling like a boy. I was feeling a boy energy coming through. Very, very cheeky and loves to play jokes on other people, pranks. They're coming to lighten things up. They are coming to earth to lighten things up and to show the way, to lead by example. And they're also going to hold that energy. They're pointing to Jesus Christ, and now they're pointing to Mary Magdalene. Jesus Christ and Mary Magdalene. So they could also be on that pathway of ascension when it comes to divine counterparts. So they're going to be finding their divine counterpart in their lifetime when they're coming through. They will be coming into union. So they're going to be showing the way when it comes to true love, when it comes to unconditional love as well, because this is also what this world needs. It needs lightening up, particularly because of the awakening that's going on, because where there's ascension there's also descension. So the descension, that needs lightening up, because there's some souls who are stuck there, who are stuck in the karmic trenches, who have been marked by God, and they need to get out because they need to ascend. That's what this soul is coming here for. It's coming here for those people. That's what's coming through. But there will be their spiritual court is ascended masters, very, very powerful ascended masters that will be coming around you guys to check on the vessel, to check on the blueprint and the DNA of the vessel. So don't be alarmed if you're seeing a lot of orbs, if you're seeing a lot of lights and there's a lot of like glitches and supernatural things happening around you guys. That's what it is. I feel like you will be sensing this. You'll be sensing this to do with your spirit baby. Whenever you're feeling scared though, when it comes to the supernatural, when it comes to the spirit world, always declare that no spirits or entities are welcome around you unless they are of the Most High God. And when you're talking to your ancestors in spiritual court, you always want to call in your ancestors and spiritual court of your highest good and highest possible path. But that's all the messages coming through. I hope that would resonate with somebody out there. If you wanted a personal spirit baby reading, my website is in the description below.